What I would like to talk about today is the difference between spiritual practice and spiritual discussion. It's not difficult to find examples of spiritual discussion. It's everywhere. There are forums and Facebook groups devoted to discussing spirituality in all its forms, in all its philosophies. And people spend a great deal of time talking about spirituality. But on the other hand, spiritual practice itself is characterized by going beyond concepts and ideas and just turning back to that most primordial and fundamental state of one's nature, which is just being itself, the nature of being, before we become. Not the becoming, not being this or being that, or becoming this or becoming that, but simply being, the being that exists before there is any becoming, before there is any action. And most people don't pay attention to this because there is a fixation and attachment with the field of action, what is happening in one's own experience and experience of the world and experience as a personal self. These are all changing phenomena. But spiritual practice is only concerned with being, which is unchanging. It has no preferences, no flavor, no notions of good or bad, right or wrong, but it is simply being, that state of existence, of sentience, before anything else comes into play in the field of action. So the question arises, what is the value of spiritual discussion? Because discussion is always going to be happening on a mental level. It's always going to be about concepts. Or if someone is trying to describe an experience, they are still using concepts in order to communicate to others. And those others will receive that information as a concept, and then they will try and relate it to their own personal experience. Something will be lost in translation. So why bother with the translation? Why not just experience it for yourself?